So, you're thinking about a career change, right? Looking for a field that's not just growing, but absolutely exploding? Well, you've come to the right place. We're about to lay out a really clear, actionable blueprint for you to make the leap into the wild, exciting world of cybersecurity. Let's get right into it. First things first, I want you to just look at this number, 4 million. Let that sink in for a second. Now, that isn't just some random number. That's how many unfilled cybersecurity jobs there are right now across the globe. It's not just a statistic, it's a huge, flashing neon sign that screams opportunity for anyone looking to make a move. And the momentum? It's just staggering. I mean, check this out. Projections show that jobs for infosecurity analysts are set to grow by 29% over the next decade. To put that in perspective, the average for all other jobs is just 3%. That means this field is growing almost 10 times faster than everything else. The demand is, frankly, undeniable. Okay, so we know the need is there, but the big question is, where do you fit in? You might be thinking cybersecurity is just for hardcore coders and dark rooms, but trust me, the field is so much more diverse than that. Let's break down the two main paths you can actually take. The whole field really splits into two main lanes. You've got the technical path. These are your digital first responders. They're the security analysts and engineers on the front lines, hands-on, defending the systems. But then you have the non-technical path, which is way more strategic. These are the folks who focus on what's called GRC. That's governance, risk, and compliance, making sure all the policies and defenses are solid from a big picture perspective. And let me be clear, both of these roles are absolutely critical. And here's a perfect example of how skills you already have can translate. Let's say you come from a legal background. All that expertise in regulatory research, that's a direct bridge to a high-demand GRC analyst role. You'd be using that exact same analytical brain to make sure a company is complying with complex stuff like Europe's GDPR. It's such a natural and really valuable transition. Okay, so you've kind of found a path that sounds interesting. Now what? How do you prove you've got the skills, especially if you don't have a classic tech degree? Well, the answer lies in what I like to call your certification launchpad. And look, these aren't just fancy lines you stick on your resume. For anyone changing careers, certifications are probably the single most powerful tool in your toolbox. They are proof. They tell hiring managers loud and clear that you have the knowledge to actually do the job. So where do you even start? Well, for pretty much anyone breaking into the field, the CompTIA Security Plus is your launchpad. It covers all the fundamentals you need for those entry-level jobs. Now, as you grow, the CISSP is like the global gold standard for leadership roles. And for you folks on that non-technical path, the CISA is basically the auditor's Bible. Each one of these marks a really clear, powerful step up in your career. Proving your skills is one thing, but let's be real, the money matters, right? So let's shift gears and talk about the economics of it all, because the financial rewards in cybersecurity are, well, they're pretty robust. $124,910. That was the median annual pay for an information security analyst back in May of 2024. And just to put that into context, it is nearly double the average salary across all jobs in the country. That tells you just how much value the market is putting on these skills. And your earning potential just keeps climbing from there. As you get more experience, your salary goes up and up. You know, you might start in that $65,000 to $80,000 range, but once you hit those mid-level and senior roles, you are looking at salaries well north of $130,000. So what pushes those numbers even higher? Well, specialization is a huge one. If you focus on hot areas like cloud security or DevSecOps, you're going to command a premium. Those advanced certifications, they add a serious boost. And yeah, of course, where you live and what industry you're in matters. Major tech hubs and the finance sector tend to pay top dollar. All right, let's talk about the future, because I know there's a huge question on everybody's mind right now, artificial intelligence. Is AI just going to come in and automate all these jobs away? Let's tackle that head on and talk about how you build a truly future-proof career. The truth is, AI is here to augment, not replace. Think of it as your new superpowered teammate. It's going to handle all the repetitive grunt work like sifting through endless logs and triaging alerts. And that frees up you, the human professional, to lead the really complex, strategic stuff, the creative threat hunting and high-level incident response that requires actual critical thinking. For long-term success, if you remember one thing, it's this. Once you get your foot in the door, the future is all about specialization. Zeroing in on high-growth areas like DevSecOps, the Internet of Things, or threat intelligence, that's how you stay ahead of the curve and make yourself indispensable. Okay, let's pull all of this together into one final actionable roadmap, your game plan. Step 1, build your foundation. Get comfortable with Linux, networking, and some basic Python. Step 2, get certified. Start with that CompTIA Security Plus. Step 3, get your hands dirty. Prioritize labs, personal projects, maybe even an internship. Step 4, once you're in, specialize for that long-term growth. And finally, Step 5, never ever stop learning. This field is always changing, and honestly, that's what makes it so much fun. So the demand is there. The opportunity is absolutely massive. And the path forward is clear. The digital world needs defenders. So the only real question left is, are you ready?